So, Your Royal Highness, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and dear food lovers, I take a great pride in welcoming you all to my hometown, Stockholm, and the city which I also want to call the creative capital of the world. And conferences like Eat Food Forum makes me so hopeful. And thank you Eat Forum and thank you Dr. Gunhild Stordalen for this initiative and for gathering all these important stakeholders to this event, and many of them from the society's most important sectors. The EAT Foundation has really helped so many people open their eyes to how food can not only be an answer for a better health, but also to fight global challenge. And around the world, we can see that the awareness of global climate changes and the question about pollution is actually changing policies. And this is very true for the big cities, and especially for a city as Stockholm, where we trying to be ahead and also to have more food policy on the agenda. But we're working also with the entrepreneurs and with the innovators. That's why the Stockholm has become a leading food tech hub in just a couple of years. And I think it's depending because of the market is really innovative and is driven by data and a sustainability focus, but also a tech focus. And together with our ambitious goal when it comes to be fossil fuel free by 2040 and within our own organization by 2030, I think the impact could be immense. And in our region, which is one of the most sustainability-driven markets in Europe, a number of growing food tech and ag tech companies have emerged in the last couple of years. Grönska, Europe's largest vertical urban farm, is a food tech startup here in Stockholm that allows the cities to grow vegetable and other things, even in cold countries all over the year. Another example is Karma, that take care of tons of food that otherwise would be wasted. And these entrepreneurs, they now will expand internationally. So what they do is to solve the problems locally, and then they get global. And many of these companies also influence Stockholmers in their daily choices. One example of this awareness is how the Swedish eco-friendly company Paradiset recently stopped all the import of vegetables and fruit from Brazil, since the Brazil President Bolsonaro just allowed 200 new sorts of pesticides. The founder of Paradiset wants us all consumers to think global and act local. And cities are the real change makers of our time, both on a national level, but also when it comes to international politics. Our possibility to influence means that we bear a great responsibility. And as a mayor of one of the world's most innovative cities, I have a strong position to make an actual change. And I intend to use this position and to promote food as a real game changer. And therefore, I am putting resilience and sustainable food system at the heart of my political agenda in order to make Stockholm the future food city. In Stockholm, many thousands of meals are served every day, in preschools, in schools, in elderly homes. Just to mention a few, more than 100,000 meals are served every day. And this gives us the opportunity to set an example and influence the entire urban food value chain in Stockholm. Making an actual difference for a better climate means less transport, choosing vegetarian protein before animal proteins, but also to minimize food waste. And the food waste that is difficult to avoid, such as eggshells and also bones, should be collected and recycled so we can transform it into biogas, which we can drive our buses and cars on. And the amount of food waste in my organization will be carefully monitored and also accounted for. Our target is that 70% of all food waste should be collected by 2021. And just 2 weeks ago, Stockholm City Council adopted a new citywide strategy when it comes to tasty, healthy, and climate-friendly food. And the strategy dictates that the city will pay extra attention when it comes to climate-related aspect of the food system. The city will only purchase climate-friendly food. We will minimize the food waste and we will contribute to hinder the overuse of antibiotics. Stockholm will create a model where we can calculate, where we can present and follow up the actual impact of the city's food and meals on an environmental and also climate perspective. And to minimize our impact to the climate, we need more vegetarian meals. The city's organization of different function will choose meat and fish with the utmost care. This means that we will actively be choosing fish from approved waters, and farmed fish will be farmed in a sustainable way. And the meat that the city buys must live up to a high standard when it comes to animal protection. And as a city, we have immense power of using our procurements, but also to act as testbed, where we can actually shape the future together with our citizens as co-creators. No matter if it's about urban farming, if it comes to artificial meat or 3D printed food. But we can't do this alone. We are therefore so happy to be a part of the C40 network and the C40 Food Network, which gather the most ambitious cities in the world to this field. To bend the carbon emission curve on time, we need global effort gathering different stakeholders. And if we work together, central actors as the C40, together with politicians, together with business sectors, together with scientists, together with the citizens, then I'm sure that we can do a food revolution to the benefit of both our planet, but also to the health. So thank you so much for coming here today, for discussing these really important issues, and I hope that this will be beneficial for all of us. And I'm sure that we have so much to do ahead, and it starts now. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you.